All right, what's going on, guys? Hello, how you doing? Welcome to ScrewUp TV Talks. This is our first episode of our podcast or video cast. Yeah, number one. Whoop. I am PJ Barnes.
I'm Christian Cerna.
And this is our show. So we're really excited for you guys to be here today. If you guys don't know anything about ScrewUp TV, we have a history in sketch comedy, short films, feature films, web series, and whatnot. That's kind of been our niche. We've kind of taken a little hiatus, but we are back, and we want to go ahead and start things off with our podcast.
Yeah, man. Like life happens. We've been throwing ideas back and forth for like about a few months to almost a year of like how we should start a podcast, if we should do a podcast.
Yeah. Everybody's doing podcasts now. Everybody's talking. So why not? We like to talk.
I imagine this will probably receive 9 to 10 million views. We'll be rich, and this will be the last one we do. So.
Yeah. So make it happen.
So this is thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
No, but seriously, like we've been so excited, and we were thinking about what kind of podcast to do.
What kind of podcast? Yeah, we kind of landed on movies talks, geek culture, pop culture, pretty much things that we're into.
Pretty much, anything that has any reference to superheroes.
You see the table.
Horror, anime, Nintendo, Sony, whatever. We are here, and we'll talk about it.
Let's to stay in the heart of things. Let's go ahead and start off with a little bit of superhero news.
Cool.
Obviously, right now, superhero movies are kind of taking over the movie culture.
Yes.
We're being fully inundated. I get like this is. I think so. That this is the superhero golden age.
Absolutely, man.
Why
do you think that is? Like, why do you think all of a sudden, what sparked? I mean, obviously there have been superhero movies prior to this golden age of superheroes, but like, what do you think sparked the sudden interest in like?
Well, I mean, I think it all happened when people started taking superhero movies more seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
When everything stopped being completely comic booky. We kind of peak comic booky when we got to like the George Clooney Batman and Robin movie, and that killed the whole superhero franchise, the whole superhero genre.
Yeah.
4 years until you started getting, your X-Men, your Blades, your that first Spider-Man. That little pocket right there is what I feel like gave an opportunity for Marvel to end up coming up with their own studios and starting off with that first Iron Man, taking that chance.
Exactly. I think it was prior to Iron Man. I mean, we had. Batman Begins. Like we had a bunch, like Blade. We were talking about Blade. We had a bunch of superhero movies. It just never really kind of took off and got serious until Marvel decided to make like an environment. I think its own universe.
Yeah.
Where everything was connected, and people were like, "Whoa, wait a minute." So you're saying like the Iron Man movies, the Hulk, Thor, it's all connected, and it's all going to culminate into like one big like massive thing called the Avengers. Like it's never been done before. To that extreme of a continuity. Like, sure, you had, like, X-Men 1, 2, and then you had the Fantastic 1. They all kind of, fed off of each other, but not as much as individual superhero movies to make, like, this, to what it is now after 10 years, like, this huge, gigantic, like, universe.
It's massive, and I've always attributed it to this guy, Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige, he...
Genius.
He had the... He had the luxury of working on all of those other superhero films before even starting the MCU. I actually just brought up a little bit of his production history, just so you guys can see, they weren't all hits. He was a producer on the X-Men, Spider-Man, Daredevil, X-Men 2, that first Hulk, which not a lot of people like, that first Punisher, Spider-Man 2, Blade Trinity, Elektra, Man-Theme, Fantastic Four, Last Stand. So, I mean, he
has a resume.
He has a resume of just seeing like highs and lows and like what works and what doesn't work in the superhero universe. And so when he came to that first Iron Man, when there wasn't, nobody really took the genre seriously. So it was easy for them to take as big of a chance as they did. You know, the only at that point the only superhero in the business was Batman.
Yeah, and I think people came into watching Iron Man thinking, oh, it's just another, superhero movie, just like the ones before. Like on his impressive resume, like, people watched The Punisher, watched Spider-Man, and they just kind of like, well, that was cool, dismissed it, but it was never like the groundings for something bigger later,
You know, Tom Cruise was supposed to be Iron Man originally.
I think I remember reading about that.
Yeah, and then Jon Favreau fought for my man RBJ.
Yeah,
RBJ?
That dude
RBJ?
Tony Stark.
Tony, no, he is, he.
And I'm not talking about just because of his past. I'm talking about just the heavy hitter that he is as far as an actor. Just
we should one day do a list on like the top 3, top 5 actors who perfectly embody their superhero characters.
I mean, because now there's a ton.
There's a ton of them. There's a ton of them, and sometimes these casting directors here are note perfect with their casting.
Maybe even a battle of like who's the best Spider-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know.
That's a touchy subject.
That's a touchy subject. I mean, there's a lot of Spider-Man, and
the best Batman.
A lot of that stuff is generational. You can't really beat nostalgia. So like a kid who grew up on Andy Garfield, that's his Spider-Man. There are people who what's his name? Tom Holland is their first Spider-Man, and Tobey Maguire. Yeah, I mean, you got to think. So you're always going to battle that nostalgic factor, and I mean honestly, one of the best things about movies is that it's so objective. You can have your own personal favorites.
Yeah.
For example, I like the Power Rangers movie better than I like Mortal Kombat more than I should. It's not a great movie, but
I like Mortal Kombat 1, and then what was the second one called?
Annihilation. I don't know, man.
The bestiality or whatever it's called. Nope.
Yeah.
Animality. What am I
Animality.
talking about?
Bestiality it's a different show.
Yep. It's a different part of the internet.
No. The Annihilation was probably one of the first times. Honestly, I remember being in the movie theaters and being like, I don't know if this is good. I think so. My brother definitely did because he was a Johnny Cage fan. So, spoiler alert for Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Johnny Cage dies in the first 5 minutes. So
if you didn't know, I'm sorry we ruined a 20-plus-year-old movie.
Yeah, sorry about that. Spoiler alert. So it's the Halloween season right now. A lot of horror movies coming out. They have a new show out on Netflix. The Haunting.
No, yeah. I wanted to say it was called The House on Haunted Hill, but that's not it.
That's definitely a movie, guys.
Yeah.
We totally should have brushed up on that. Yeah, but I mean, we just saw the Haunting of Hill House.
The Haunting
of Hill House.
And what's weird is that I did see it a couple. I saw it on Netflix, but I just kind of brushed by it just because there's a ton of horror movies, horror series being released right now. But apparently this is the next big thing.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's talking about it, and Netflix every now and then has one of those waves where it catches on, and 9 times out of 10 those movies or shows are usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Last one Netflix had probably Stranger Things. Right? Was there one?
The last big thing.
The last big thing Netflix had.
I mean Netflix. The biggest one, so far, has been Daredevil, Stranger Things.
Daredevil, House of Cards, Daredevil.
House of Cards. But there's some there's some low heavy hitters like Ozark.
Ozark. They're bringing back the Making a Murderer.
Making a Murderer. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Netflix, when they're on point, it's it's really addicting.
Netflix has a really good business model. Yeah,
killing HBO, Showtime. I think
absolutely. There's no restrictions. There's no restrictions whether to how many episodes you put on. I'm sure there's no restrictions to how long your episodes have to be. You're completely open to do whatever you want. It's exactly what an artist wants to do when creating a show or a movie. I don't want to have to adhere to only 20 minutes and leave 10 minutes for. You know what I mean? So it's a new world we're living in. I think that's why we're seeing more more stuff in general. So both good and bad. You know, we're seeing more experimental art.
Yeah, it's the thing with like streaming sites such as Netflix that they can take big risks on, young up and coming just like directors, producers, writers, because they can make that risk. Unlike like the big names like Warner Brothers, Sony. If they flop, they lose a lot of money. Netflix, kind of like initially invest like a small portion, and if it just does amazing, they'll continue to invest even more.
Right on. Well, let's talk about Halloween. Let's talk about Halloween.
I'm scared. I don't want to talk about
it. We definitely have to talk. Candy? So we just saw Halloween, and we want to talk about it. Christian, were you a huge Halloween fan growing up, or?
Yes, I was. I was a huge horror movie kid. When I was a kid, man, I just remember I would watch them with because I had like older cousins, and we would watch Halloween. We would watch Friday the 13th. We would watch Nightmare on Elm Street. Like the big ones, and I just remember being really, really scared.
Yeah,
but,
man.
I mean, as I grew up, it kind of stuck with me. Like, what about you? Were you?
I was mostly like a Child's Play fan.
Yeah.
Like Chucky.
Oh yeah, Chucky. Absolutely.
I mean, like I wasn't necessarily afraid of Chucky. I just thought he was awesome. I was like, man, he's hilarious. Yeah, man. I'm pretty much a casual fan. Like when it comes to the horror genre, I'm at this day and age, I'm pretty careful. Like I don't go watch a horror movie if it looks like it's not something I'm gonna want to watch. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I can look at a movie most of the time and I can feel that this looks like it's gonna be a bad movie. It's gonna be a paint by numbers movie. So Halloween, Friday the 13th, the Child's Play movies, they all got to a point of ridiculousness where it kind of got crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people have a lot of fun with that, but I'm not gonna go spend my money.
Jason
for
X or something.
Jason X, Jason in space. He has a kid in a sleeping bag slinging him around. I'm like, well, this is just comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. By that point, it was just people who enjoyed just like watching, their iconic character.
Yeah, absolutely. How many different ways can we have the Leprechaun? That's a dead franchise. There was Leprechaun, and that's the franchise. I'm not sure. Won't be surprised if within the next 5 years.
Oh, it's gonna come back.
It'll be back.
Absolutely,
it'll be back.
I think it was like one of Jennifer Aniston's like first movies.
Really?
She was like super young in like the first Leprechaun.
Okay, I did not know that.
And and speaking about like iconic things, like going back to Halloween, like the mask, the Halloween.
I thought we were talking about the Jim Carrey mask. No, that's
the mask. Sorry, Michael Myers is cover or his mask is just like one of the most iconic.
I think
it's as popular, if not more popular, than the Scream mask, because I mean that was a pretty big in the 80s. But this goes back all the way to when was
the 70s. 78.
Yeah. 78. I mean it's just. Like the shape as they refer to it.
The shape.
The mask, the knife.
I see even more iconic than the mask and the knife is the music.
Oh yeah.
Is the music like there's. Whenever you think about it's right there. No, I mean, Friday the 13th, they have their own little like kind of theme that but nothing's what is that? Nothing's as iconic as like the Halloween music.
Yeah.
Have you seen all the other Halloween music or movies?
Yeah. Well, I've seen 1 through 3, and then it kind of branches off. It's weird. Like Halloween has a weird timeline to where like it was remade, and then like Halloween. Then there's Halloween H2O.
Yeah, I do remember Halloween H2O.
It's not
with
part of the
LL Cool J.
Yeah, it's not part of the storyline anymore. And so this new Halloween that came out this year, which is called Halloween, not anything else like 2018 or anything.
They pretty much so
kind of cast aside. I think the first. I mean. Made canon the first 3 movies plus this one.
It only made the first one canon.
Oh, it only made
the first one canon.
Oh, okay. I thought it made the first 3.
Because in the second one is when they made it so Jason or Michael and Laurie were brother and sister.
That's right.
You know,
that's right, and that was the big myth. Oh, and they actually addressed.
They addressed it in the movie. It's weird how like this is like a direct sequel to Halloween, but it's still just called Halloween.
And it's 40 years later.
And it's 40 years later. You know, Halloween, and the next movie in the sequence is Halloween. I mean, it's a little weird. Halloween 2018. Oh.
Well, and then there's the Rob Zombie remakes.
Yeah.
Which were
they tried something different.
It was good because it was a remake, as in the sense like it was just kind of he was trying to bring like a fresh air to the serial killer, but when he started giving him reasons to why he killed, it just kind of took away from like the Michael Myers shadow, because you never know why.
You don't want to know, but you just want to know to stay away from him. You don't want to know about the monster.
Yeah, exactly. And
want to know about the man behind the curtain.
Even in the movie, and there's a spoiler, I guess, but like
This is going to be a spoiler review. Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
So if you've not seen Halloween and you care about being spoiled, you can leave, or you can skip ahead to when I do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to forget.
Right now.
Okay, so let's spoil the movie. Michael dies in the end. He doesn't die.
Everybody dies. No,
so what do you think about the movie
Some
overall?
Like,
what was your overall?
Yeah, so talking back, like going back to getting into his psyche, you don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Ever, because he doesn't play it low. He doesn't he does hide from people are chasing him, but he makes no attempt to cover up any of the murders that he committed.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
He's just at one point he's pounding this dude and just hitting his face, bashing his skull in.
That was one of my favorite kills, especially in that that whole sequence of deaths right there. That I mean, just from him walking into the shop. First of all, this movie is brutal. This movie it's brutal. Some of these skills it's so. He's walking into what is it, the gas station?
So the detective, what's his name? Was it Will?
Officer Hawkins?
No, not the detective, the journalist.
The journalist.
The journalist walks in, I guess, to ask for something, and then you just see in the background Michael Myers, without any of his old stuff, just
killing somebody. You don't see the guy dying, but you know.
You don't see any blood or anything, but it's one of the most brutal scenes just because of how strong this guy is.
Yeah. Just first of all, think about Michael now after being in jail for 40 years, just lifting weights. He thought he was strong before.
Yeah.
No, I mean that whole sequence. So I will admit.
And he pulls all of that guy's teeth out. The guy that he was just.
Do you know how strong you have to be to pull somebody's teeth out? You know what I'm saying?
He took all of them. He was just.
Yeah.
He eventually goes into the bathroom. He's stalking that girl, and I think you saw that in the trailers, and he just drops all of his teeth.
You just felt bad for her, and I mean, and God bless her heart. Bless her heart. She's somebody's in here. Yeah, I know now. I mean, of course he knows. I mean. You always have to remember that in a horror movie, these people don't realize that they're in a horror movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're just living their lives. But I mean, you go start poking the bear.
It's so hard. You're just run.
Just run. Get out of there.
I guess you're not just in that situation. I think
that guy's jaw slammed on his desk was terrible. His jaw broken.
Yeah. He was just his head was here and his jaw was back.
All messed up. They really went all out for the makeup. I will say honestly, I don't know how I felt about the cold opening. I don't know. I felt like it was meant to be impactful. The whole say something,
yeah.
And then it cuts to the credits. But when it cut to the credits, I was just like, okay, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I got all the way. It was almost like a little playing on the cheese.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
because once Michael Myers knew that his mask was behind him, everybody else in the mental institutions just started going wild.
Yeah,
and the dogs could sense his evil aura.
Yeah,
and then, you're right. It was a little cheesy.
So it was interesting.
I liked it because it went straight to the music,
I thought the way they did it was perfect. I thought maybe something like, even if it would have just turned, like, even if it would have been him yelling and Michael would have just started turning around and it would have cut to black, that'd have been,
I honestly thought he was gonna reach, like he was just gonna like.
Yeah, but
he's incredibly fast. He was just gonna turn around, grab him, never let go.
It's so funny that Michael sprints and then comes to a dead stop.
Yeah.
He'll come to a dead stop, like the motion sensor scene, which is fun. When the lights were off, Michael was running his ass off, and then would come to a dead stop when the kid.
Because the kid's like drunk, and he sees kind of Michael like from far away, and he thinks it's the neighbor.
Yeah, he thinks it's whose yard he's in,
and like.
But you don't know you're in a horror movie, buddy.
And all of a sudden, it turns back on, and he's like right there. I was like, "How did you go?"
Yeah.
50 yards or however.
Yeah, no, he's a beast.
In 20 seconds. But man, he's a perfect like stalker.
I think animal. what they didn't make him completely inhuman. You know what I mean? Yeah. They made him just believably. I mean, they made it almost as if, this person just doesn't register pain. You know what I mean? He just doesn't register pain. Like, he got shot in the face at one point.
Yeah, man, he got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah, he got
in the neck.
Yeah, he was
like a bullet in his face.
Yeah, he was getting beat up. His fingers got shot off, and he just doesn't register pain.
And like all his entire, like I think his like first 3 fingers, he was like
this. Yeah, he was. I mean, he's impervious to pain, and that's terrifying. You know what I mean? Somebody who does not feel pain, and somebody who does not feel emotion, who wants to. I mean, it's.
What did you think of him leaving the baby alive? Kills his mom, walks by, looks at the baby stops crying, he just keeps walking. My heart like definitely stopped.
Yeah, no, because he just killed he killed a kid. He killed a kid that's seen him before that.
Yeah, he killed how old was the kid?
He was like 8 or 9.
He killed like an 8 or 9-year-old kid, but like
he snaps his neck. But then I was nervous. I was really nervous. And when he didn't, I was like...
It was one of those scenes where I definitely held my breath until
he was gone. I was like... And I had to make sure... That whole sequence was awesome.
Yeah.
The whole, like, just from...
Because it was like a continuous shot.
Continuous shot. From behind, it was like the shape.
Yeah.
It was like... You like the shape going in, just killing these people effortlessly, not causing any kind of disturbance, like...
He was going door to door too. Like he first
like
started
a trick or treater.
Yeah, he went.
Trick. Everybody got tricked.
He went to the garage and found a hammer.
Yeah.
Grabbed the hammer. Just.
Yeah. Bashed this old lady in his
head in. Yeah.
And you didn't see it, but you heard it.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God.
And then like this lady was like, oh yeah, I'll be on the lookout. I hear there's like someone like this crazy guy. And as soon as she hangs up, closes the curtains. Michael Myers is right there.
And I'm thinking like the other person
a knife through her neck.
Yeah, the other person on the phone, and that was kind of posed. That was like a pose.
I mean, but it was yeah. I mean that was a corny. That was a corny scene. Just because like, I'll keep a lookout. Boom, he's right there.
Yeah, that. But like,
the suspense.
I'm thinking about the other person on the phone who thinks that they like just saved their friend. Like, now she'll be safe. I can sleep easy. Yeah. You distracted her.
Karen, okay, too.
Yeah, no.
We'll go
I thought this
spice lattes later.
This might be. I gotta rewatch the first one. Honestly, this is probably my favorite Halloween movie that I've enjoyed in a while. Just based on and again, since I feel like we are in a horror renaissance. We had It last year. Mm. This is It level where I think.
Maybe we are in like a golden age of horror movies. To come out.
Yeah, like because I think it wasn't necessarily like terrifying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say Halloween.
Halloween was
terrifying.
And
I say they're at that same level. That like this is a great horror movie. It's a great horror movie. It was
definitely entertaining.
Definitely entertaining.
It was cool to see, such an iconic movie come back.
What do you think? What do you think about the Doctor? about the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that guy?
Loomis.
Yeah. The
No,
nutty guy.
so
or Dr.
if you haven't
Sartain.
seen
Louis Sartain. Yeah.
the guy, he's obviously he's in care of Michael. He really, really cares for him.
It's weird.
He wants to see what makes him tick. If maybe he even thinks he can like snap him out of it and make him normal, which is impossible.
Yeah.
But towards the end, he kills for him.
He's obsessed. He
completely turns around and lets. There was a chance to like at one point they could have killed Michael.
They could have killed Michael Myers.
They ran him over by a car.
Yeah.
The cop was about to shoot him in the head, and
this guy just used himself as it was weird. It was
it was a big 360. I kind of suspected it. I was like, I don't trust that doctor at all.
Yeah.
But I did not think he would.
So do you think he let Michael out the bus?
I think he did. I mean, because they were chained up. He must have done something to where he kind of rigged it and made.
There were a few times Michael, like Lori could have killed Michael.
Yeah,
she could have sniped him. Yeah, from far away. It's really good. And I think Jamie Lee Curtis did awesome.
Yeah, let's talk about Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
come on, like,
she killed it. Woo. She
talk about a Freaky Friday.
Right. Yeah. She definitely. No, she definitely played a really good Sarah Connor in this movie.
Yeah. she was total badass compared to like the last time she was in a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
As far as like the first
movies, she did the Sarah Connor. Well, yeah. We're now pretending H2O didn't exist. Yeah. Now H2O, she played almost the same character but to a lesser degree. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She wasn't as like out of like she was almost unrattled. Well, she was unrattled in this one, but she was focused more on.
Yeah, you know what I liked about her character is that she for 40 years she became like the Sarah Connor like doomsday type lady where she prepared, she stockpiled ammunition, food, she made like a fallout shelter in her own house, raised her kid that way. But when it came to like to actually act out on destroying Michael Myers, she was focused and she knew what she wanted, but you still felt scared for her. She wasn't,
you're still going against Michael Myers.
Yeah, she wasn't completely immune to fear, and you could see it.
Yeah,
you could see it like as she was like looking.
She was
for Michael.
going against the boogeyman.
Too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's finally in front of her. All you got to do is like shoot him in the head a couple times, but he's not that easy. So
yeah, no, I mean
especially that scene with all the mannequins.
Yeah. That was crazy. I forgot about that. Yeah, I like how she pulled a Michael Myers on Michael.
Oh yeah.
No, I also like the whole relationship, like the generational relationship. How the mom was deeply affected because she was raised directly, like through those 40 years, she was raised under this crazy 12 years under Sarah Connors. You know what I mean? And then that deeply affected how she raised her daughter.
Yeah.
And now she's like, I'm going to do the complete opposite. And Sarah Connor and Jamie Lee Curtis, Lori, she's like, well, now you're making my granddaughter weak and not prepared for she's gonna get out.
Yeah, exactly. And and there was an interesting line that she brought up. She's like, I don't care if your mom hates me, as long as I know that I taught her how to protect herself. Like it's fine.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah, I was like, wow,
it's for real. At the end of the day,
yeah. I mean,
at the end of the day,
and it helped.
It did
because like even though she had been missing for a while, I mean she could like she just picked up what was it? It wasn't a shotgun, but it was a rifle. She just picked up that rifle and immediately acted like she was scared, almost like baiting Michael Myers into coming down. As soon as he popped up, she was like, "Yeah, just kidding," and boom,
yeah,
just blasted
that was
him,
good.
Like,
that was a great scene.
Right?
Yeah,
took off his fingers.
Was that when it?
No, that was in the neck.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no.
No, Jamie Lee Curtis took off his fingers with the shotgun.
Man.
And there's so many.
Michael, and just him.
Too close to call scenes where I thought this is where Jamie Lee Curtis dies.
Yeah. This
is where she's gonna die.
They all made it, man. They all made it. Even Michael. Michael was not there in that last shot. You know what I mean? He was gone.
So going back, if you've seen it, you know how he quote unquote dies. Like he gets trapped in the house and like
they trap him.
And incinerates the entire house.
Yep.
And you're just like, well, nobody can make it out alive.
Yeah.
But did you see a body?
I didn't see a body.
Did
no.
anybody see
No, I did
body?
not. Did you see his body? I saw no body.
They just kind of rode away in a truck.
Yeah.
Thinking everything was cool.
Like, why would you do that?
Kind of like
why would Jamie Lee Curtis not make sure that he was dead?
I don't know, man. Kind of like when like in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
When they rode away.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, they're finally gone. And all of a sudden,
no.
boom! You see the chainsaw hit that truck.
Yeah, man. Just like you gotta make sure these people are dead. They are killers. You shot him in the face, in the neck, in the in the chest, in the shoulder. You stabbed him over. You ran him over.
You so many things.
Come on. He was just staring at you until you walked away. You should have stared him down. You should have both went down.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was good.
You know what was funny? It made me think of like when the kid was on in that dude's backyard, and he says, thinking he was like the neighbor. He says, have you ever wanted a girl? What was it? Like, have you ever chased a girl and you could never have her?
Yeah. That was great. Yeah, I will say you can definitely see Danny McBride all over this.
Oh
movie.
yeah.
All of it, especially with him and the kid.
Oh man, that kid
some of the funniest things, man. Some of the funniest scenes.
I was really surprised Danny McBride had, wrote some of the movie.
He's a big horror junkie, man. No, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
What would you give it? I mean, we got to come up with like a rating system, like a ScrewUp Talks rating system.
Yeah. For movies, I mean, I don't know. Ratings are because like for some people, if it's not a 10, it's a 1. But it's not a 10. I'll tell you that. I won't say it's a 10.
Are we gonna give it? One hand, or are we gonna give it 2 hands? I mean, either like it or no.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, some people say they like it.
Yeah.
I mean, so
okay, we can do that. That's easier.
Because here's the thing, like we enjoy pop stuff, like like comic books, like we were saying, but we're not gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get as vicious as like some people do, because we like to be entertained, even if it was a terrible movie.
We like to be entertained. I'll tell you the worst movie I've seen in theaters in the past decade. Was Triple X, the most recent one. It's a long story.
I almost walked out of Independence Day, the second one.
I didn't go see that. I knew I would walk out.
No. I have never seen a movie to where I was vividly angry at it.
Yeah.
I was so surprised.
I
was just sitting there, and I was just like, I paid money for this.
Yep, that's crazy. Yeah. You should have got out of there.
Okay, I knew Will Smith wasn't going to be in it.
Yep. Because he saw the script. Yep.
But then it was just like, how could you have sucked that bad?
Yeah, no. Maybe one day we can do reviews on movies that suck or in our opinion, are terrible.
Yeah. That's just a fact.
If we're doing
Day 2 sucked.
If we're doing somebody out there is like, I have 5 copies. I have all 5 copies of Independence Resurgence.
The first one.
First one's classic. Yeah. All right. If we're doing 2 hands, I will gladly give this 1 hand.
Halloween, I'll give it 1 hand.
So we got Boom. 2 hands. 2 hands. There we go. Go see this movie. Go check it out.
Amazing movie. Please, if you have nothing else to do for Halloween, check out Halloween. Honestly,
check out Halloween. And
it's just a good scale.
And be safe out there, guys. Yeah. Be safe. People are crazy. Hey. Before we go, I do want to say, because we didn't say this at the top. We are doing ScrewUp TV Talks because we have more sketches coming out. We have short films coming out. We are in the process of working. In the meantime, me and Christian are going to talk about things that we like.
That's right. There's even I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was going to
just going to say the possibility of like maybe even calling up like old screw-ups and having us two and then maybe them on the phone.
Our team is all around. They're way cooler than us right now.
Yeah, man, those guys are living the life.
They're doing great.
Chicago,
they're doing great.
Canada,
we at least
California.
At least we have our toys and our movies, our comics.
Yeah, L.A. Who knows where you guys are at? We'll give you guys a call. Maybe we'll talk to some guys that we went to. Excuse me, guys and gals that we talked to that we went to college with. I think it'd be cool to have like a little. Interview section on this little podcast.
Kind of catch up and see where everybody's at.
Yeah, exactly.
I just saw your toys. Hey guys, we're gonna talk about everything. Okay. Again, Pop culture, geek culture, nerd culture.
You mean action figures?
Action. Oh, I just saw Dragon Ball, and there's a new Broly movie coming out that we got to talk about. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap that up for today. Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap that up. Hey guys,
this was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
a lot of fun, man.
A lot more fun. Yeah, than, I knew it was gonna be fun, but I really enjoyed having this conversation.
Yeah, man. And, maybe we'll do a second episode.
In like 10 years. So I'll see you guys when I'm 100.
Yeah. Well,
no, hopefully by I don't know.
We'll see
soon. Absolutely soon.
Yeah, real soon, guys. Real soon. We got movies to talk about. Soon. We're gonna do like best trilogies and stuff like that.
Best trilogies. Like we said, best video games.
Best video games.
Who's the best Batman, Spider-Man?
Best Batman, Spider-Man.
Captain America.
Yeah, all that
Iron
cool
Man,
stuff. We'll even talk about
Superman versus Goku. Who's gonna win?
Who's gonna win? I don't know. Hey guys, one last time for ScrewUp TV Talks. I'm PJ Barnes.
And I'm Christian Cerna.
Signing out.
See you later.